Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. So this weekend is just a crazy bunch of shard pull events. We currently have a progressive event going on that will go throughout the entire weekend. There are some great revivers in the progressive chance event, including Duchess and the most recent fusion, White Queen and Cora. So if you're looking for either of those champions, or for instance like Pythion, another champion, you want to check out the progressive event. In addition, there is a pull one, get one event going on for ancient shards right now, which means if you get a legendary from an ancient shard, you get a second one for free. Now that'll be going on for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow it will switch over to sacred shards. So we'll get a pull one, get one for sacred shards. And of course, the ancient shards will turn off when that turns on. In addition, we have the summon rush that is going on for the Armand's the Magnificent fusion event. So that's really the reason to pull shards here. And if you're a free-to-play player, you want to make sure that you don't overspend. So count your points and make sure you're spending your shards wisely. Now, what we're going to do in this video is I am going to go ahead and kind of walk through that whole process of figuring out how many points I need. Then I'm going to pull my ancient shards right now. And then tomorrow I'm going to pull my sacred shards, and we're going to squeeze both of those into one video for you here right now. And that's because Raid Madness has taken over our lives, and we simply don't have the time to do two different shard pull videos. If you don't know what Raid Madness is, it is a March Madness style bracket tournament taking 64 of the best epic champions in Raid Shadow Legends, pitting them against each other, and finding out who is number one. So if you want to get in on that action, you should watch my playlist that's in my main page of YouTube. Go ahead and check that out. And it's got all of the videos to catch you up to speed, all of the expert advice from the 4 content creators we've brought in, and also instructions on how to fill out your own bracket to join us in the bracket challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you check it out. All right, so shard pulls. Let's get started. Just a quick note, our live stream schedule is suspended for the month of March. Doesn't mean we're not going to live stream. We're still going to try to make sure we get our Takeover Tuesdays every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's -5 UTC. So if you're interested in Takeover content, come check us out on Tuesday. In addition, I'm going to try to get my Sunday live stream in with my editor, whose name is Sun. We'll see if we can make that happen. If it does, it'll probably start up around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that is it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider joining our Discord community. Now, let's talk about this Summon Rush. Here we are in the Summon Rush page, and as you can see, there are 25 fragments available for the Epic, whose name I've already forgotten, but the Undead Epic here, who's actually a pretty cool champion on his own, so if you're interested in him, you might be going after him just by himself. But we have the point total that we've expected to see, which is 3,150. Now, if you scroll down a little bit further, you can see there are legendary skill tomes and mythical skill tomes, even a feast down here at the bottom, which could be a prize for some players, maybe like myself, who have been saving shards and want to go after those tomes. Now, very quickly, we'll review the point totals for the shards. Each mystery shard, can't see it there, is 1 point. Ancient shards are 20, voids are 120, primals are 200, and sacreds are 500. I highly recommend you do not pull void shards during a summon rush, unless there happens to be a coinciding 2x void shard event, especially if you're a free-to-play player. You want to hold on to those void shards. Now, if there is no other way for you to complete this event except to pull those void shards, then maybe that's okay. I'd still be worried because there's a champion chase tournament that's coming next week. So I don't know how you would complete that without any shards at all. So this is the reason we don't want to overspend here. We want to make sure that we hold on to some shards so we have them available for the champion chase. Although you can also use like fragment fusions and login reward champions and stuff like that over at the champion chase. Any champion you get from any source will give you points in the champion chase. Whereas here in the summon rush, you have to pull shards to get points. So typically for me, what I do is I spend 6 sacred shards in this event, and then I pull 150 mystery shards, and that completes the whole thing. Except in this particular case, there's that progressive event, there is the pull one, get one event going on, and so I'm also going to calculate a different path. I have, I believe, 14 or 15 sacred shards. Now, 15 sacred shards would complete the entire event. I am within striking range. I shouldn't even say striking range. I have all the champions I need to fuse my Lady Mikage. I was going to fuse her last month, but I held on to her. And so I still have her available for the champion chase in this particular fusion, which means I don't really need any of my shards to complete the champion chase. I can do it all from that fusion and from my other fragment champions. Now, that doesn't mean I want to use all of those fragment champions, but I certainly could. So I will probably overspend here for two reasons. One is because I really need a Duchess. I want a Duchess. So I will be pulling extra ancient shards and sacred shards to go for that Duchess. And what I've calculated here is if I pull 30 ancient shards, and then I pull 5 sacred shards, that would land me at 3,100 points. So there's a chance here that if I pull that Duchess in my first 30 ancient shards or my first 5 sacred shards, I don't have to overspend. But if I don't, then I will continue to invest and potentially go after these legendary skill tomes and even that mythical skill tome, because I will be fusing Lady Mikage, and I still need, I think, 2 more mythical tomes to have her completely booked out. So the value there of those legendary skill tomes and mythical skill tomes is very high for me on my account. But again, this is a free-to-play account that's over 2.5 years into the game. And so my bottleneck is always tome. It's not shards. I have too many good champions in my vault because I don't have the books to book them out. And so I really need tomes more than champions, with the exception of a Duchess. I would like a Duchess. So wherever you are in the game, this is a calculation you always want to do, and you want to stick to your calculation. Once you start pulling shards, there's a decent chance you're going to get into the moment. You're either going to get disappointed you didn't hit, or you're going to get really excited that you did hit and think you can keep going. In both cases, you may overspend. So set your shard budget now, know what it is now, and then stick to it. Be really disciplined, even if you have to do things like, move things around, trick yourself, whatever you have to do in order to get that number and stay there. Because ultimately, the goal is not to pull shards, right? The goal is to get the fusion champion. Okay, so that is enough of a lecture from me. We're going to go and pull 30 ancient shards today. And then I don't know how many sacred shards we're going to pull in the second half of this video. We'll have to see. I'm going to go to the progressive chance here, and I'm going to put in my champions. Now, I actually own every single champion on this board except for Duchess. She's the only champion here that I don't have. I was able to complete the 3 fusions for Pythion, Mighty Uko, and White Queen Ancora. And I was lucky enough to pull Elva, surprisingly enough, from a ×10 event a while ago, probably 6 months ago or so. And she's very good. I also have all of these epics. I have pretty much almost every epic in the game with a few exceptions. So I'm going to go ahead and slot in Duchess here. And then as far as these champions are concerned, it doesn't really matter, but I guess I'll go with Ugo because I have a second copy of Ugo already, and I think I might build it out. So this would be a potential epic tome, basically. Okay, so there we are. We're not going to pull these 2 extras. We're just going to go ahead and pull the 30 ancients, I think. I mean, the 2 extra wouldn't be a big deal, but we don't need to. So let's go ahead and just do 3 10 pulls and see what happens. I am not close to Mercy, but I do need a Duchess. It's feeling like a blue tax. I have been blue taxed a lot lately. On both of my accounts, I've probably been blue taxed something like 15 times in the last 25 pulls. It's been crazy. So I am definitely in a cold streak right now, and it's not just one account, it is both accounts. So let's hope we can turn it around with the next 20 pulls here. Come on. Let's get something. It's another blue tax? No, at least we... Okay, so we got the Ugo. We actually got the Ugo, which is pretty cool. And we'll just keep Ugo in the list because if we pull another one, that's just another epic tome, which is always great. So, okay, one more 10 pull. At least we didn't get blue taxed 3 times. That would be awful. I'd love to see a gold. Come on, it's a 1+1. You can do it one time. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. We did get another epic, though. Nizana, who's not bad. I don't need her. I already have her. but she can also be a book because I don't think my Nizana is fully booked yet. So now the question is, do I want to pull those last 2 shards? All it's going to do is save me 40 mystery shards, right? That's what would happen there. I'm trying to think of if there's an upside or a downside to pulling these particular mystery shards at this particular time. The 30 wasn't like a specific number, right? It was just, that's 600 points, so it's easy to calculate. But it could just as easily be 640 points. I'm still just going to keep pulling my sacred shards until I probably hit. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave them there. I'm not even that worried about it. The big chance is going to be tomorrow with the 15 sacreds that I have. Again, I don't have to pull all 15. I'm probably going to pull 13. Maybe 12, depending on how many. I want to get to that mythical tome, probably, unless I hit early. If I hit Duchess early or get the 1+1, then maybe I stop. And you're going to know very quickly because it's going to be in this video, whereas I have to wait like 16 hours. I got to wait 16 hours and 1 minute before I get to figure out what's going to happen. All right, so that is it for now, but I'll be back in the second half like that. I was just pulling shards with the members of my Discord community and watching all those shard pulls, and some people got some crazy combos. It was really fun. A lot of excitement in that room. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can keep the energy going here. We're just going to pull. I was going to make some space, but we don't need the space. We're going to hit this in 5. All right, let's go ahead and pull. Come on. Right away. No. Sinesha. Good epic. I don't need another copy. Let's go ahead. All right, number 2. Oh, well, there's the Ugo. So we do have our book now, which is not bad. We can keep getting those books. Shard number 3. Gory. Oh boy. I don't have a good feeling at the moment. I don't know. It feels like I might be using a lot of shards today. And Pan the Bowman. Okay. So this, I think this next one is the one that gets me to the point total. Now would be a good time to hit. Nope. All right, so we're going over the point total. Now we start thinking about the legendary tomes and that mythic tome out there. Now, I think if I pull 14 shards, I think I complete the whole board. I would love to hit the 1-in-1 and just be done, but if we have to keep pulling, at least we've got those tomes out there and available. All right. Number 7. Was not near Mercy. Sakara. You can see I've got 8 left. This doesn't feel good to me at all. Come on. Come on. Ooh, okay. A second copy of Allure is actually pretty valuable. I don't have a second copy yet, so that's not a bad epic to pull. It's not gold, but I've gotten 2 decent epics at this point, so... but I don't know. It's not feeling great. It's not feeling great today. There was so much energy in the other room. Maybe I should have pulled it with my... Oh, we got another copy of Ugo. So there is some value out here. There is some value out here. I'm going to keep going. Come on. We can do this. It's like a 4th Rask. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Okay, who's the extra? Who's the bonus? Give me a Duchess. Come on, give me a Duchess. You know you want to do it. You want to do it. I need this Duchess. Necmo Thar. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think I have a Ghostborn on this account. I think he's in my vault. I'm not 100% sure, but Necmo Thar is a new champion. Whew. Whew. I was worried I was going to use up all my shards today. We've been able to save 4 shards. We'll go check the points here. Necmo Thar is absolutely a great Hydra champion, so he's going to go into that Hydra team. He has that A1 decrease attack, which is just really nice. The decrease speed as well, plus the leech. So 2 AoEs, which are absolutely fantastic. And then that increased speed buff for all allies, plus the turn meter fill, plus the extra turn. Yeah, absolutely great champion. And he's got the speed aura. so you can make him your speed lead. So I'm excited about Nekmothar. I was really hoping for a Duchess, but I'm very excited about the Nekmothar, so that's pretty fantastic. Let's go and just double check, make sure about the Ghostborn. So you can see the Lizardman in there. Okay, so Ghostborn is new on this account. I have pulled him before on other accounts. I've built him on other accounts. And he's solid too. You can use him in a couple of places, although I often use him in Arena. So yeah, I'm definitely at 2 usable champs. And Nekmothar, absolutely fantastic champ. I didn't mention him early on, but this is a champion that is actually going to improve my Hydra outlook. So now I've got my Archer and I've got my Nekmothar. Hydra's looking good these days. I might have to start doing more Hydra content. All right, let's check the points. What are we, about 6,000 points? 6,100 probably, right? 6,170. So one more would take me to 6,670. It would secure that book and get me probably the mythical skill tome, which I do want. I'm so close to this mythical skill tome that I do really want that tome. I'm going to be getting my Lady Mikage during the champion chase. The question is, do I want to spend a sacred shard to get close and then just pull the rest with mystery shards? Because that would get me to what? 6,670, which would mean 230 mystery shards, which is not too bad. Or I could just stop here and pull the rest of the way with mystery shards, which is like a lot, right? That would be a lot. I think I'm going to pull one more sacred. One more chance at Duchess now that I've got the times 20. And then I'll stop there and I'll pull the rest with mystery shards. I'm not expecting to hit back-to-backs, but I do have the 20 times 20 chance here. I do want that mythical tome actually really badly, and I'm so close. And I don't want to pull 700 mystery shards. I can always do that during the champion chase if I need to. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is the Hero's Path. The Hero's Path event is a shard pulling event. And I'm pretty sure the sacred shards over there are worth 1,000 points. Yep. I'm pulling mystery shards. I'm going to be pulling mystery shards for the tomes. All right. Sorry to like, you know, kind of tease you there. I was going to pull an extra shard, but I'm not. I think I like to show this kind of stuff because I want you to see the decision-making process. I want you to see that in action. It's not that you have to agree with me. It's that you're trying to consider everything. And when you're a free-to-play player, these resources are very rare. I always set aside my sacred shards for fusions, but because there is another event coming down the line that's going to require shards, I want to hold on to my sacreds if I can, and now I can. I got Nekmo. That's a huge win. That is absolutely a huge win. It's not the Duchess I wanted, but it's the champion that's going to help improve my my Hydra teams. So it's a very good pull, and now I can just stand pat, hold my 4 sacred shards, and get the mythical tome with mystery shards. I hate pulling 700 mystery shards. I really don't like that, especially because my roster is completely full. So I have to make space first during this champion training, and then, you know, pull before the summon rush is over. But we still have some time. So just one last reminder: our Raid Madness event is still going on, and you want to make sure that if you want to fill out a bracket, you want to do it now, because the brackets will close tomorrow at midnight, -5 UTC. So don't wait. Get over there, fill out a bracket. We've got like 200 or 300 brackets already filled out. There's no limit as far as I know. I think we have a limit of like 5,000 brackets. So we're not going to hit that. But I would love to see as many brackets and as many players in the event as possible. So go check that out. I'll leave a link to the bracket here in the description of this video. All right, now that really has been it. I have been Colred, and I will see you in another video soon.